Howdy gamers, and welcome to another edition of Bargain Bin Gaming. My name is Patrick Hickey Jr., and this week we will be discussing Ultimate Muscle, the Kinnekukamon Legacy for the Nintendo GameCube. The Nintendo 64 was a system that basically earned its daily bread on the success of its wrestling games. Sure, you had games like Mario 64 and Donkey Kong and all these other great games, Super Smash Bros. That had come out during those times, but as far as third-party sales went, the Nintendo 64 wasn't exactly the best system for sports games, but for some reason, wrestling games just worked very, very well there. Aki Games, THQ, they formed this partnership that fueled 3 or 4 excellent wrestling games, such as WCW versus the World, WCW versus the NWO, WCW versus the NWO Revenge, WWF No Mercy, WrestleMania 2000. These games are games that are still played to this day by hardcore wrestling fans due to the extremely fun creative player and just the solid control that mirrors a good wrestling match. The moves were easy to pull off, yet in 2-player, 3-player, 4-player battles, it was incredibly fun. So what eventually happened was THQ slashed its little connection with Aki, and they hooked up with Bandai Games, which is now Bandai Namco, and they produced a game that's based off of a weak animated series that was on Fox a couple of years ago. I don't know if it still plays overseas, by the same name, Ultimate Muscle. And even if you have no idea who these characters are, you can't get into the story, the game's just incredibly fun to play. It has the same essential controller scheme as those wrestling games for the Nintendo 64, just on the GameCube controller, and it's incredibly fun. The moves are a little bit out there. It's a little bit more combat heavy. It's a little less grappling going on, but it's still incredibly fun, super easy to play. Dare I say, if it wasn't for a game like this, games like Def Jam Vendetta probably wouldn't have been as fruitful in their releases, because even though many people had no idea what this game was about, it was hard to deny how much fun it was. Like some of a bunch of other great GameCube games, this game also features cel-shaded graphics, so it mirrors the animation of the cartoon very well, so it makes very good use of the license. There's tons of unlockables and a bunch of little gameplay modes, story modes to play through, so considering the fact that you could probably pick this up for under $10 at a GameStop, probably not in this condition, probably not with the manual and, you know, the original art and everything, but the fact that you can still get the disc and you can still play it to your heart's desire, it's definitely worthy of a bargain bin purchase.